You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Yes, good afternoon, Reds. How are we? It's a windy one up here at the top of Montaña Amarilla in Tenerife in the south near Costa del Silencio. But listen, it is windy. You have to stick with me because this is an important video. Make sure that you like the video. Press that comment button and let me know your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree that Jude Bellingham was better at 19 than Steven Gerrard was at 19? Let me know in the comments immediately, right, before we get into this video. And then of course, if you haven't already, subscribe. We're this close away from 30,000 people. Help us get there. Okay, before we get into this one, look at the view. I've just run up to the top of this mountain. It's quite high, to be honest. You can see the coastline there behind me. That's the able to see one soon. And then that is Mount Daire. That is 4,000 meters high. I've actually been to the top of that in Tenerife. Unbelievable experience. So if you do ever come here, make sure you do check it out because it will take your breath away, quite literally. Not a lot of air up there. But it's good to be back. Welcome back to the voice of football's most famous stand, the Kop TV. Right, got me thinking. We've all seen Gerrard, we've all seen Bellingham talking, hugging, exchanging messages, sharing each other's Instagram stories the other day after the England game. And for me, it just is now going to make it the transfer that I've never wanted to happen more in my life. There hasn't been one transfer in my lifetime at Liverpool where I've thought we need that player more than Jude Bellingham right now. And I say that for so many different reasons, because his stats don't lie. I think it's 22 goals in 88 games in the Bundesliga so far for Borussia Dortmund. His England stats are incredible, not goals wise, assist wise, but in terms of man of the match performances, how many he's got. And it got me thinking, he's 19, right? I apologise about the win, but you're gonna have to bear with me. So Jude Bellingham is 19. When Steven Gerrard was 19, he just scored his first goal for Liverpool in professional football, Sheffield Wednesday at home. It was 4-1, very cold day in Merseyside, that one, under Gerrard Houllier, of course. And then it wasn't really, and this is the bit that I do agree with Gerrard when he says he's a lot more advanced than me at my age. I wouldn't say a lot more advanced. We all know the player that Gerrard went on to be. However, what I would say is and again, we can't base football on numbers, but if you look at the numbers, Jude's well past Stevie in terms of what they've both achieved at 19. Now, there is an argument to say that Jude's only kind of test has been in the German league so far, which again is still a very competitive league, but Gerrard's words at the end were really true and almost humbled Jude in a good way. You know, he bigged him up and said he's further than Gerrard was at 19 at that age. He's bigged him up by saying if he keeps on doing everything, he'll go right to the top. And I think it was nice of Gerrard to say that. Jude responded perfectly and have said we haven't made it yet kind of thing, and we're still looking to push on further and further, which is the attitude that you want, the humbleness that you want from a 19-year-old. Stevie G, he was in the England squad at the age of 20. In my opinion, has achieved more with England already than in his whole England career. Obviously the goals are yet to come for Jude, trophies, who knows, but in terms of getting to the final, semi-final, Jude's kind of been there and done it. Now again, silly comparisons to make in many ways, but I think the one that stands out for me is the fact that at 19, Jude Bellingham is captain. He's a leader for both Borussia Dortmund. I'm pretty sure he's been captain once for England now. Steven Gerrard, and again, this is the part I agree with in what he was saying to Jude. By the age of 23 to 24, in the 03 to 04 season, that's where we saw Stevie become the Stevie that we know. Getting the armband for Sami Hyypiä at 24, taking reins of the club, pushing us on in a to win the Champions League, to win the FA Cup. I don't think anyone could have done that. I'm not saying that I'm sure that Bellingham is going to go on to be a better player than Gerrard, because that would be silly to say. He achieved so much in the game, on and off the pitch, but I think when you look at what they both achieved at the same age, Jude hasn't. And I think Gerrard's a big enough man to admit that, but the key here is, can you stay hungry? Can you keep on adding to that goal tally, that assist tally that we all love and we crave about him footballing stats. But let me know in your opinions right now in the comments. Do you agree with Gerrard when he says that Jude Bellingham is better, if not further along, than he was at the same age, which is 19? Let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I actually agree with Stevie G. I'm going to put my opinion out there and say yes, I do think Jude has done more at this age than Gerrard did. But it's all about how it ends, as we know. I don't think I've ever wanted a transfer to happen as much as this, and it only adds to the pain. If he doesn't join Liverpool, all these back and forths with Stevie, with Trent, with Hendo, we've seen them so many times, and if this now doesn't happen, I swear to God, I'm tired of saying it, but that will be the biggest transfer tease of all time. We've got current captains, current players, England teammates, legends, all calling out for Jude to come. So the pain would be so much more now if he didn't join Liverpool. I think there's a reluctant part of Liverpool fans that maybe can admit and can imagine a world without Jude in the summer, but a lot are still in denial, and I think it's a good thing to have a bit of that. But at the same time, we have to have backup 2, 3 and 4 for Jude. It can't just be Jude or bust. So if we don't get him, let's have a strong plan that we season with. If we do get him, then roll on the good times, because the hard work started months ago with this transfer target, as we know. And I think when you've got Gerrard arm around him, giving him loads of words of encouragement, it's only really going to make him want to come to Liverpool more. That's just human beings, that's just human nature, how it works. For me personally, if someone was being overly nice to me, very welcoming, very complimentary, you're going to want to go with them or go with their team. But again, we know the money that Real Madrid have got, we know the money City have got as well. So it remains to be seen where he's going to end up, but all the signs, if you're watching it from now, from his point of view, he's very close with a lot of Liverpool players, as we know, and as we hope that continues too. But when you look at what he's achieved at 19, as I said, captain, big time goal scorer now in Germany with over 20 goals to his name, there's not anything that you cannot love about Jude Bellingham, and I just hope, I pray, on the top of this Montaña Amarilla in Tenerife, I pray that Jude Bellingham comes. There is not one transfer I've wanted more than this, I'm telling you that. Another midfielder that could be on his way to Liverpool by the end of the season is Declan Rice. Now, we heard Roberto De Zerbi, aka Mario's brother, who manages Brighton, say that his most likely targets, in his opinion, I don't know why he's talking about Declan Rice going anywhere because it's not his player, but in his opinion, the two targets would be Arsenal and Liverpool. Now, as we know, Arsenal looking on course to win the Premier League this season. Fair play to them, they've easily been the best team around. But this summer, and I keep saying it, and I'm sure Mario and Keo will say it in the podcast on Hot Topics tomorrow as well, we cannot afford to be complacent in this transfer window. So if, let's God hope it doesn't happen, but if Jude Bellingham is not available, do we turn to a Declan Rice? Is De Zerbi right? Is Arsenal and Liverpool the only options? Could he go to Chelsea? Could he go to Manchester United? Could he go abroad? He's got everything in front of him, Jude and Declan, to be fair, and they obviously both partner each other at England level. So there's a lot to be said about Jude Bellingham's future, obviously, but Declan Rice's future as well. As I said, I was with his brothers in Qatar, had a good old chat. They said they wouldn't be closed to the idea of him joining Liverpool, which is good news. But again, Declan Rice, do you believe De Zerbi? Is it Liverpool or Arsenal that he would go to? Let us know in the comments. And of course, let us know about Jude Bellingham. Does he end up at Liverpool? Is this the biggest transfer tease of all time? Have you ever wanted a transfer to happen this much at Liverpool Football Club? I think you have, watching at home. I don't think you have. Let us know your comments. Subscribe to the Kop TV if you haven't already. Don't forget, Mario, Keo, 11:30, Hot Topics tomorrow. And I've been Argee at the top of the Yellow Mountain in Tenerife. Let's just give you one last view. It's unbelievable. I'll tell you what, it's better than the amazing coastline, which I live on, so I can say that because I live there. But look at that view. Unbelievable! Right, let me know in the comments as well if you want more videos like this whilst I'm out here. And of course, Wednesday/Thursday, massive preview in the bag with Big Steve. Looking forward to the City game. Are we going to see Thiago? Are we going to see Luis Diaz? And of course, more news as it comes to us throughout the week on the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. You never walk alone, Reds.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.